Oh, why won't you just tell me where you got it?
No, I don't want you wearing the same hat as me.
But it's such a nice hat.
I know it is, and it's mine.
Come on, brother.
I am not your brother.
You don't know that for certain.
Ladies, gentlemen, and monsters of all ages, with the new Blossomdance Festival hitting Monster Hunter Wilds, we have quite a few new additions to the game, with possibly the most intriguing one for most people being the Sakuratide armor set. Brand new in every sense, and not only is it aesthetically gorgeous, but while at first glance it may seem to not be all that strong at all, it's the hidden bits that really matter, right? So today we're going to go over this armor set, the set bonus that it has, talk about what that set bonus actually does, both versions of it, how it compares to more meta damage sets in the current climate of the endgame, the secondary effects of the set bonus that affects rewards rather than combat itself, how valuable those could be, and then just a roundup of it all at the end, with a bit more defined list of reasons you may consider using this armor for your actual equipped gear, rather than just as layered equipment. First up, really quick, how do you get it? Well, you need Blossomdance Tickets. You get these from the login bonuses or from completing limited bounties during the Blossomdance Festival period. One set of limited bounties plus one daily login is enough for at least one of the two visual variants of the armor set, which are mechanically identical. As for the skills on the armor, aside from the set bonus, which is our main topic today, you can get 5 ranks of foray from this armor, which is bonus attack and affinity when a monster is paralyzed or poisoned, essentially a status equivalent to agitator. Full ranks of quick sheath as well. You can also get item prolonger and adaptability on this armor set too. Generally speaking, for the actual set bonus, the 2 set bonus here is quite minor, so in my opinion, if you're going to go for 2 pieces of this armor set, you may as well go for 4 pieces of it and get the proper set bonus running, which actually gives you a combat advantage. As well, there is the group skill bonus on this too, which is Festival Spirit Carving Master, allowing you 1 bonus carve per carcass on your quests, so bonus monster parts when slaying instead of capturing. Then we have the set bonus itself, Blossomdance Prayer. The 2 set bonus gives you 1 bonus reward at the end of any quest you do in the game, and this includes small monster quests, it includes low rank quests, the items that can drop in the bonus slot you can see tacked on to the end of quest rewards when you look at them on the quest screen with the armor set on. These rewards don't show on the screen unless you are wearing the Sakuratide set. Specifically, it's everything below the heavy armor sphere on this current screen, and it can drop from, again, any quest in the game. These are Blossom Barrel Bombs, Blossomdance Vouchers, which are the tickets that you use for the festival meal, specifically, the Blossomdance Ticket, which ironically is the one that you use for the armor set itself, but also is used for a palico armor set too, so there are reasons to get more of these tickets once you already have the set. And then Barrel Bowling Vouchers and Pick a Meal Vouchers, both also drop from this bonus slot too. When you upgrade to the 4 set bonus for this armor, this increases the number of bonus slots that you get at the end of a quest, so the number of these rewards that you get per quest. It makes it be 2 rewards per quest completion on average, but I have also had a quest end with 3 rewards from this bonus specifically, which isn't a bad reward at all. I'd say generally speaking, long term, the real benefit from this is the Pick a Meal Vouchers that you can get from quest completions while wearing this armor, as if you can get yourself a nice supply of those vouchers, you can just permanently have the feast meal buffs of your choosing active for your entire play period of the game, pretty much. So even regardless of the combat testing for the set and set bonus that I'm about to do, I would argue it's worth running a few low rank small monster quests with this 4 set bonus active, just to gather up a bunch of vouchers while the festival is running to last you after the festival ends. Or just, to get yourself a bunch of pretty barrel bombs, because explosions deserve to be fashionable as well. Then we come to the part that you're really looking to find out more information for, which is what is the combat benefit of the set bonus. The 4 set bonus, not the 2 set, only the 4 set bonus for this armor, states that it greatly boosts attack and defense during Blossomdance. So the first major note is that this bonus also only applies during the festival period. So when the festival is gone, this is essentially just going to be an armor set without a set bonus until, of course, the festival comes back. And it's worth noting that it does specify Blossomdance, it doesn't just say festival, so that doesn't mean this will apply generically to every festival. This will only apply during Blossomdance. So probably 2 weeks every year. That said, while the festival is ongoing, this increases your attack by 9% of your weapon value and increases your defense by a flat 50. A flat 50 bonus defense is perfectly alright. It's not terrible by any means. It's the equivalent of Duna's 4-set bonus, but active constantly during the festival without need for an actual mantle. The offensive part though, the 9% of weapon damage, is actually quite a substantial increase. What this means specifically is that it is a 9% increase to the attack stat on your weapon. The amount that it adds scales with the weapon you use, so if you use a weak weapon, you will get less of a bonus. Better weapons get more value, and this is how we know that it is a percent bonus, but this does not scale the percent bonus off of any bonus attack that you get from like consumables or from other skills or anything like that. It is 9% of your weapon's attack rating as it is when you look at it in the actual item box. So let's say that you're running what is considered a perfect artian weapon for most weapon types, which is 4 attack reinforcements for 225 attack. For a weapon with 225 attack, you would gain 20 attack, with some slight rounding of course, but this is actually quite a significant boost because it is still then affected by crit bonuses and by sharpness modifier as well. The set bonus is honestly really good, but the armor set that it's on is lacking quite a bit in terms of the skills and customization. You are pretty much forced to run foray to use the set because it's part of 4 of the 5 armor pieces, which means that you need to work it around a poison or paralysis weapon to get any value from the included skills on the base armor. Paralysis weapons are good, but realistically they are still not proper pairing for foray, as foray gives you bonus attack and affinity, while the monster is afflicted by the specific status, and paralysis is only active for a very small amount of time relative to the overall quest, whereas poison specifically you can get to be some pretty high uptime against lower health monsters that you kill quickly at least. Specifically, anything that is properly poison weak, the most notable monster being Shu Wu, which you can keep actively poisoned for the entirety of the quest timer against it if you keep super aggressive and have an otherwise solid build with a good poison weapon. Against other monsters that are a bit less weak to poison or have more health in general, so you'll take longer to kill, the value will scale downwards as it gets harder and harder to poison a monster the longer a hunt goes on due to scaling poison resistance. That said, the numbers I will be using here assume 70% poison uptime on the monster, which is absolutely achievable with most 2-star weak poison monsters, though perhaps a touch generous, but this gives it a good comparison to Agitator as a skill, which I also calculate as being 70% uptime. That said, this isn't a build video, you're not here for all of the specific math, but in that situation, a meta set using gore magala 2-set bonus, and then just filling in a bunch of weakness exploit and agitator for the most part in the remaining slots, 1 rank of burst, maximum might, all those goodies, that set sits at around 441.9 effective raw. This is counting as being 5 crit boost and counting as being no counter-strike. In comparison, 4 pieces of Sakuratide armor with the arkveld waist, as the Sakuratide waist is the least valuable piece of the armor set, and the arkveld waist is the best use I could actually get out of that slot by itself, putting 3 maximum might in the 3 available 2-slot sockets, and then the weakness exploit charm on, you get 5 foray, 4 weakness exploit, and 3 maximum might as your offensive armor skills. Then the 9% attack bonus from the 4-set bonus does a hell of a lot of heavy lifting, honestly. That said, counting all of that as mentioned, you would hit an effective raw of 430.8. Overall, that means that you are really only losing 2.5 to 3% damage overall if you use a properly built Sakuratide 4-set setup during the festival period at least, and while you have to deal with foray being a bit of an inconsistent skill to work around and are forced to use poison weapons as a result, you do get freedom from the gore magala set bonus, and more importantly, the main trade-off is that you gain the entire rest of the set bonus and the group bonus as well. So for losing around 3% damage, you gain 1 extra carve per carcass on quest, and an average of 2 event-based rewards at the end of each quest too, which in my opinion is totally worth like 3% less damage while the event is running. When the event ends though, this will be completely not worth even considering anymore. The 9% bonus attack from the 4-set bonus really makes all the difference for this one, but for the immediate moment, with this being active, it is genuinely strong enough to make the Sakuratide set worth using all on its own. It's not worth using less than 4 4 pieces because this is only for the 4-set bonus. It's not worth using more than 4 pieces because you don't get anything for having all 5 equipped, but using exactly 4 pieces and then sticking on the right 5th piece of armor makes it genuinely good at the moment, even if it is still a bit behind the proper meta sets. It's only very slightly behind in the grand scheme of things. To round it all up then, the Sakuratide armor is deceptively good, at least as long as the festival is running. The 4-set bonus gives you multiple useful bonus rewards at the end of each quest, as well as a bonus 9% weapon attack and 50 defense as well. The group bonus gives you bonus carves, which is also great, and then while it is a little bit funky, it gives us an actual viable set that works around foray as a skill, which is definitely quite fun to mess with, even though, again, the moment the festival is over, this set will become instantly much less good than it is right now, even just worse than the Guild Ace set, which builds foray and then just has better supporting skills and decoration slots too. So for the length of the festival, as long as the duration is, this set is quite good. If for nothing else, I recommend using the 4-set bonus to farm some pick-a-meal vouchers, but if you are willing to sacrifice just a touch of damage off of meta sets, you can make some fun poison builds for the duration of the festival as well, which is just a fun little bonus. That does it for today then, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this, and hopefully it helps you get even more enjoyment from the Blossomdance Festival. Like if you liked the video, subscribe to the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.